Welcome back to the Forgotten Pieces of Georgia. Today I'm in Stewart County, and normally I start in the county seat when I'm filming, but I decided to stop here in Richland, Georgia. I've actually been here before. This building here was called the Richland Company. We believe it was some sort of gas station, because you can see the old gas station sign on the end of the building here. And you can tell it's been closed for a long time, because when this place was last open, gas was still 29 cents a gallon. So you're talking, this place has probably been abandoned since the 70s. Don't know any more details on it. Hopefully somebody can leave a comment down below and let me know. There's a Brooklyn restaurant next to it, and then a third store that I'm not sure what it was. And then over here, there's also an abandoned church. So this is really convenient, because my first stop in Stewart County, and I'm going to get 4 buildings. So we'll go ahead and get some shots of the Brooklyn Company here, and then we'll move over and get the other buildings and get the church over here. All right, so the next building I found here in Richland, Georgia, is this Brooklyn restaurant. Kind of small to be a restaurant, but a lot of times back in the day they were kind of small, especially in a small town area like this. Now this community is basically a ghost town. I mean, there's a few houses here, but the only business, the only commercial style buildings here are all closed now and have been for a long time. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this, and then we'll move on to the next building here in Stewart County. All right, so the next building I found in Stewart County is this nondescript store here. It's got some signage there on the side here, but as you can see, all the lettering's gone. The only other sign is a neon open sign above the front door. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this, and then we'll move on and get the church back here, and then we'll move on into Lumpkin. All right, so the next building I found in Stewart County here in the community of Brooklyn is this old church here. I'm not sure what kind of church it was. There's no signage. I'm assuming it's probably some sort of Baptist church, since they're the most common here in the South. But we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this, and then I think there's a gentleman here I'll be able to talk to get some information on these buildings. Okay, so an update on all the buildings here in Brooklyn. The gentleman that I just got to talk to is actually the landowner here. He's telling me the Brooklyn Company building was a gas station, but part of the sign fell off, so the gas wasn't really 29 cents. It was probably $1.29. He said it closed in the late 90s, early 2000s. The second one was definitely a small diner style restaurant, and then the third building that didn't have any signs that were readable on it used to be a hardware store. And he owns the land that this church sits on, but not the church building itself. It's condemned. He said it closed about 3 years ago. The floors have all caved in and all that stuff. So I'm really appreciative to him for providing the information on these buildings. And now we'll move on into Lumpkin and see what else we can find for Stewart County. Okay, so the next building I found in Stewart County is down the road just a mile or so from Brooklyn. And it's this Liberty truck stop. It's in really rough shape. It looks like it's been closed for a long time. The gas sign out on the billboard along this main road here said the gas price was $2.33 when they were last still in business. So not sure how long ago that was, but I mean, look at the building. The building is really, really rough. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this, and then we'll continue on into Lumpkin and see what else we can find. All right, so the next building I found in Stewart County, I'm actually right now in the community of Richland, Georgia. There is a distillery nearby, which I didn't know about. That's pretty cool. I haven't gotten to Lumpkin yet, but I'm headed there next. And I thought I would grab this building here. The one sign says it was called Our Place Catering, but then it also has a Fox's Pizza Den pizza sign out front as well. It's definitely closed, and I don't know if it's abandoned. I looked inside, there's some old furnishings still in there. There's some new lumber in there as well, so I don't know if maybe somebody's getting ready to remodel it or something, fix it back up, and maybe lease it back out or open it back up, the owners maybe, I don't know. But we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this, and then we'll move on, see what else we can find in Stewart County. All right, so the next building I found in Stewart County, still in the community of Richland, is this abandoned Family Dollar. I'm not sure how long ago they closed. There is an active Dollar General down the street. I don't know if Dollar General put Family Dollar out of business or the community just wasn't big enough to support two dollar stores. I'm not sure. But the Family Dollar sign is back here behind me, or to my left, and it's been blackened out, but you can still read Family Dollar, so that's definitely what it was. So we'll get a couple of shots of this, and then we'll move on, see what else we can find in Stewart County. All right, so we're still in Stewart County. Believe it or not, I'm still in the community of Richland. Between Richland and Brooklyn, it's like a gold mine here. I think this is like my 8th building. But this one here is an old Shell gas station. The Shell sign is actually laying here on the ground. It's been knocked over and smashed. Not sure how long ago they closed, but we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this, and then we'll move on, see what else we can find. All right, so the next building I found in Stewart County, still in the community of Richland, this place is a gold mine, is this old Rex Drugs and Golf Service and Gas Station. It used to have a car wash as well. Now, as you can see, this building is being fully restored. According to the gentleman I spoke to at the Petro down the street where I just gassed up my car, the gentleman that owns this was fully restoring this one, wanted to bring it back to its old glory and reopen it. And I guess he's going to do the same thing with that Shell station I shot a moment ago, because he owns that one as well, which is really cool. I don't like to cover just the negatives in this project. I like to cover the positives too. So seeing this building being restored and knowing that the Shell station is going to be restored is absolutely awesome. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this beautiful building. He's got some fantastic mint condition antique muscle cars stored inside the garage bays. So we'll go ahead and get a couple shots of this, and then we'll move on. So we're still in the community of Richland in Stewart County, and I found this old Mard's art store. Not sure how long ago it closed, but we'll get a couple of shots of that. And we also have over here, and I'm carrying the camera, so I apologize if it's a little shaky. We have this abandoned storefront here. I'm not sure what it used to be. And then we have this one up here. This says something about Alvin's small touring design or something like that. Not sure what that means. And then up here on the end, we have one more abandoned storefront. This one's pretty much gutted on the inside. Not sure what it used to be, but we'll get shots of all of these, and then we'll move on into Lumpkin finally and see what we can find there. Okay, so the next building I found in Stewart County, still in Richland, is this Richland Motor Company LLC. Looks like it could have been a small buy here, pay here car dealership or something like that. Next door is Progressive Real Estate. I'm going to go ahead and shoot that one next. That one's definitely abandoned. The building's currently for sale. There's a sign in the window that says it's for sale for $65,000. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this one, and then we'll get some video footage and shots of this next one, and hopefully finally get the Lumpkin. I mean, I'm sorry, but so far Brooklyn and Richland have been a gold mine of buildings, so we'll see what we find when we get the Lumpkin. So this is the progressive real estate building that I was talking about that's up for sale for $65,000. If anybody might be looking for a good-sized commercial building in the community of Richland, this one's for sale. Don't know what kind of condition it's in on the inside. The outside's a little bit rough, but it could be spruced up and fixed up a bit. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this and then finally get our butt into Lumpkin and see what we can find in the county seat for Stewart County. Okay, so the next building we found in Stewart County, we're finally on the outskirts of Lumpkin, is this small warehouse type building here. You can see the sunken in area where tractor trailers would back into the loading dock here to unload merchandise. I'm thinking it might have been a storage warehouse for this store next door that I'm going to get in just a second here. But we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this and then with the next building, and we'll see what else we can find in Lumpkin. Okay, so the next building I found in Stewart County here in the outskirts of Lumpkin is this one here. I'm not sure what kind of store it was. It might have been a general store or maybe even a hardware store. Hopefully somebody can let me know in the comments down below, but we'll get a couple of shots of this and see what else we can find in Stewart County. All right, so the next building that I found in Stewart County here in the city of Lumpkin is this old Lumpkin grocery store. It was an IGA supermarket, and it's a really big building. I can't believe that this thing is out of business, but it looks like it has been for quite a long time with the way the trees and the grass and everything are all grown up around the building. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this and see what else we can find to wrap up Stewart County. So wrapping up Stewart County, still here in the town of Lumpkin, I found this old Crimes laundromat, and then there's a game room, which was an arcade and ice cream parlor on the other end of this two-building setup here. I just spoke to a local gentleman that was passing through the area. He told me the IGA closed a good 20 years ago, and I didn't realize at first that's actually a twofer because it wasn't all an IGA. The biggest part was the IGA, and down on this end it was actually a dollar store. So that was actually two different businesses there in one, just like this one here. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of shots of this. This will wrap up Stewart County. I want to thank you for watching the video. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when the next video drops, and I will see you next time.